How many times can a man make love a week? Sex is good for your health. Everyone will tell you. Except when you abuse it. How many times can a man make love a week? What is the ideal frequency? And is there a time when it can become a problem? The answer's here. Physical abilities that vary. Men are not all equal before sexuality. Can a man of 70 years make love as often as a young man of 18? No, alas. Indeed, the mandatory waiting period between two sexual intercourse varies greatly depending on the age. This waiting period, called refractory phase, is the time between ejaculation and the ability to have a new erection. The refractory phase is 2 to 15 minutes in the young man, while it can last 1 to 2 hours to 40 years and go up to 24 hours after 70 years. Apart from the question of the desire and existence of a potential partner, a man over 70 must therefore consider himself extremely lucky if he makes love 7 times a week. As for the young man, his capacity to make love is in theory virtually unlimited. We will logically conclude that from the point of view of the refractory period, we can technically be in a state to make love. "70 times a week, around 20 years, 7 times maximum per week from 70 years. We will still warn those who want to try the record. Beyond 3-5 times a day it becomes difficult to ejaculate, and we risk the irritation of the glands. But we will not be well advanced knowing this. How much sex? The real numbers. The famous Kinsey Institute, dedicated to research on gender, reproduction and sex, has published a study that gives an idea of the average frequency of sexual relations by age group. 18 to 29 years, we would make love twice a week on average. 30 to 39 years old, it's 1. 6 times a week. 40 to 49 years, we go to only once a week. And with age it does not work out. But these figures do not tell us anything about the duration and the quality of these sexual relations, let alone the satisfaction of the partners with each other. The ideal frequency? Several studies have examined the issue of the number of sexual intercourse optimal for satisfaction within the couple. How many times can a man make love each week to satisfy his partner? beyond the first months of passion that see couples multiply the reports in the same day. According to some of these studies, the ideal would be to make love 3 to 4 times a week. But another study also on the development of the couple contradicts these figures. In 2015, researchers from the journal Social Psychological and Personality Science analyzed the questionnaires put to 30,000 American couples for 40 years. 1. As a result, the most fulfilling couples are those who make love once a week. Beyond that, the level of fulfillment would tend to decrease. So to the question, how many times can man make love a week? We will answer as many times as necessary to satisfy his desires and those of his, or her, partner. Unless the man has much more desire than possibilities, which can be a problem. From hypersexuality to addiction. It's not because we have the capacity to make love every 20 minutes that we will chain coitus. As we know, the desire and the need to make love vary enormously according to the individuals. Some men are very happy with sex weekly. Some people have a very strong sexual appetite and need to make love each night to feel good. Others need to make love even more often, at any time of day or night, including at work. One can speak of Don Juanism, and many historical figures are said to have had such insatiable needs. That said, far from being viewed with admiration, hypersexuality is often close to addiction to sex. Addicted to sex? In this area, the boundary between normality and pathology is rather vague. What is the recognition of excessive sexual behavior? When this has negative consequences on our personal, social and professional life. Thus, according to American psychiatrists who validated the disorder as a new mental pathology, there are several precise criteria. 2. Recurrent sexual fantasies, instinctual sexual behaviors that have lasted for at least 6 months. The need for sex appears as a way to deal with bad mood, depression or excessive stress. The individual cannot limit or stop his sexual activities even if they appear to him as problematic. In these cases one can speak of hypersexual disorder or addiction to sex. Quantity is not everything. From these different studies it can be concluded that while the frequency of sexual intercourse is often related to age, frequency is not the only variable that can lead to the conclusion of an addiction. How many times can a man make love each week without being mistaken for a sex addict? In fact, a man in a recent relationship with a high-demand partner can have sex altogether without a psychological problem, while another may have sex 5 times a week with sex workers, and suffer from a sex addiction. What we can remember is that the number of sexual intercourse that you will have in a week does not bode well for a possible sexual addiction, does not bode well for your ability to be a good lover. Can give a good indication of your fitness status and your age. References. Couples who have sex weekly are happiest. Society for Personality and Social Psychology, 2015. Report of findings in a DSM-5 field trial for hypersexual disorder. The Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2012.